Good morning, everyone. Coach Adam here, Brown Fitness and Performance, here to deliver another Monday morning strength blasting or strength enhancing workout. For today's workout, you will need a kettlebell, dumbbell, band, or if all you have is your body weight, we can utilize that as well. We'll just have to utilize a few different exercises instead. So just keep looking for those modifications during the workout if you're following along as with just your body weight or whatever implement you have. Either way is going to be fine. Let's go ahead and get it moving into the workout. We're going to start off with a warm-up of about 7 to 10 minutes or so. One thing I like to utilize is a foam roller. If you have something different like a baseball or a tennis ball or something like that, you can definitely use that instead. If you have the real thing, use the real thing. Go away. Put yourself on the ground. You're going to go ahead and sit on it and cross the foot. And of course, if you don't have any of that, crocodile breathing is a good one to utilize. So hands on the head, breathe in the stomach and into the ground. You'll feel your stomach go right into the ground with those. Go 4 seconds in, 4 seconds out. You'll do that while we're rolling out if you don't have a roller. You're going to sit on with a glute on the roller, so roll back and forth. So this should feel like a pretty good massage. We're going to do about 10 reps here. And go ahead and switch sides. So we're going to switch sides here. Yeah, it should feel a pretty good massage of the glute that's on the roller. After you do about 10 reps, it should be about 20 to 30 seconds. All right, next we're gonna do is the lat muscle, the big muscle back here, right behind the armpit. So lay on the armpit and then roll back just a little bit. Now we're gonna go up and down. And once you've hit one of those trigger points on the spots that kind of hurt, we're going to stay there and hang out there, try to get that to loosen up a little bit. And switching sides. Should be feeling pretty good here. It's gonna hurt a little if you have any knots. Those are the spots that you want to focus on. Just hang out there, do little mini reps instead. And then of course, the last thing we're gonna do is our quads. So we're gonna lay on top of the thigh. We're gonna roll from the bottom or the top of the knee to the bottom of the hip. You can turn the foot in and out to get different heads of the quad. And of course, once you find the spot that kind of hurts, that'll be a trigger point. You want to hang out there. Of course, if you need more pressure, you can always take the other leg off the ground. And switching sides, switch legs. If you need a lot less pressure, you can go both legs on the roller as well. All right. Feeling a pretty big knot right here. So I'm just going to hang out there. going to start with warming up the shoulders. If you have a band, we can do this particular stretch here. We've done it in the past. If you don't, which is the one that I'm going to do, just to show and demo, you're going to lay on your side, one knee up. You're just going to come up and around and stretch. You're going to feel the stretch of the shoulders. 2. You're going to rotate the shoulders. As you rotate, you're going to come up and around the arm and then flip the arm down. We're going to do one more of these. Flip the arm down about midway and then switching sides. All right. I'm going to switch sides. For this, I definitely want to make sure I'm still facing the camera. So bottom leg straight, top knee up, perpendicular to you, and then we're just going to go up and around, and then stretch it out. Good deal. I'm kind of in a spot where a couple of things are kind of getting in my way. You want to make sure there's nothing in your way while you're doing these. Again, you're sure almost scraping the ground. And last one here, we're going to go one more. Again, we're going to scrape the ground, flip the palm midway, and then come back up and around. All right. Next is going to be, I'm going to bring up, scrunch this up a little bit so I have a pad for my knee. We're just going to lean it forward, reach up and over. Just going to hold this for about 20 seconds or so. Just going to drive the hips forward. You're going to feel a stretch in the front of the hip. Breathe in deep into the stomach, keep pressing forward, staying tall. And switch sides. Drift the hips forward, hand up and over. Should feel a pretty good strong stretch in the hip flexor. Breathing into the stomach. Staying tall, feeling that stretch. And stop there. All right. Now we're going to go quadruped position. Knees under the hips, hands under the chest, one hand on, we're going to reach under the armpit. And rotate as far as you can. Just rotate as far as you can. You're going to focus on using your core to rotate your shoulders. 2, 3, 4. You can do 5 of them. Go ahead and switch. Get as far as you can. Last one here. Good deal. All right. Now we're going to go laying on your side. We go leg straight, raise it up and down. 2, 3. We're going to do 6 of these. 4, 5, and 6. Now we're going to switch sides. Here we go. Hold and down. Hold and down. And down. Couple more. Last one. And good. All right. Now we're gonna do single leg glute bridge. We're gonna go one leg on the ground, one leg in the air. We're gonna drive our hips up to the sky and down. Up to the sky and down. 3, do 3 more, 4, 5, and 6. Switching sides. 1, 2. Make sure your thighs match. You're not up here like this or down like this. 2 more. Bring the last one. And good. Last one on the ground. Downward dog. Stretch out the calves. Stretch out the abs. Stretch out the calves. Work the shoulders. Stretch out the abs. Stretch out the calves. Hold it for a good couple seconds. And up. Hold it for a good couple seconds. All right. On your feet. Now we're going to do air squats. We're going to go drop your hips down as low as you can and come back up. 2, we're going to do 6 of these. 3, 4, 5, and 6. Good deal. All right. Lateral lunges, going side to side. You're going to feel like you're squatting on one leg. Feet are forward or slightly rotated out. And then you're just going to glide into the squat on the one side. And then switching sides. We're halfway through. You do 3 more on each side. 4. Last one on each side. And 6. Good. All right, now we're going to do reverse lunge and rotate. So we're going to lunge and rotate. Lunge and rotate. Lunge, rotate. Couple more on each side. Just go ahead and follow along. Last one. All right, last exercise we're going to do before we get into the warm-up, or excuse me, the workout. One-legged deadlift. If you need to do a stagger stance, well, first of all, if you need to do a dual stance and just go through the motion of a deadlift, do so. If you have a light weight, you can use that as well. If you want to do stagger stance, you can do stagger stance. We'll go, of course, both legs. And then, of course, for the full version, if you want to go putting your hands on a wall or a crutch or something so you don't fall over, do so, especially if it's your first time trying. I'm going to do the full version. Leg back, hips through. Hands above the head for better posture. Whoops. 3, 4, getting back leg up, and then hips through. 5, and then last one, 6. We're going to switch sides now. Same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the last one, final one. We're gonna make sure we push through the hips through first. Good deal. Get some water before we start. All right, good deal. We are going to be doing, like I said at the beginning of the video, straight strength sets today. We're going to do 4 rounds of 6 to 8 reps of everything. Now, if your weight is a little too light you're more than welcome to do a few more reps. That will actually get us out of the high end of the strength and the low end of the muscle building spectrum, but that's fine. We'd much rather have you have a better workout than doing 6 reps and like I didn't really feel anything. So please do that. Other ways to make it harder: hold the contraction a little bit longer, or do each rep slower. Those are just a few ways to make those a little bit more challenging. Now, first exercise that we're gonna do, kettlebell swing or drop squat. So if you don't have any weights at all, drop squat or jump squat in the air. That's not what we're gonna do today though. If you have the kettlebell. If you have a kettlebell, we're gonna do kettlebell swings. This is gonna be the first power move, and we're gonna do one arm at a time. So with the one arm at a time, it's the same thing as you do with the regular one, only we're gonna use one arm. If you normally can do like a 50 or 60 pound kettlebell, you might wanna go down a little bit to like a 40 or 30 pound kettlebell, just so to make sure you can handle the kettlebell with one arm. And again, if you're inside, be very careful. Don't let go. Hips back, pop them through. You can join in at any point now. 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm gonna switch sides. And hips back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So basically we're just gonna give ourselves long enough to kind of shake it out. Then we're gonna go back to that again. That's the meaning of a straight set. We're gonna be doing the exact same exercise over and over until we get all 4 rounds in. So that was round number 1. And one hand. If you're not comfortable using one hand, I'll do this one with both. You can certainly do both. Hips back, pop them through. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll go all the way to 8, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you can always do the other exercise as well, especially if you're inside. Be careful. Don't want any stories of someone letting go of the kettlebell. Better yet, if you have the kettlebell, you can go outside. Go outside. I unfortunately don't have that option with the Facebook Live video. All right. We go back to the single arm. Hips back, pop through. 1, 2, I'm gonna do 5 on each. 3, 4, 5. And again, I wanna make sure that posture stays good as you come back. You're gonna come back and pop those hips through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good deal. We're gonna go one more round that is this, and then we're gonna move on to the next exercise. Yeah, just basically long enough to shake it out real quick, and then we're gonna do it again. Hips back, pop through. I'm gonna do dual arm this time. 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. And get some water if you need it. Radio kind of went off on me. I'm going to turn up the music. Next one is going to be mini band around the knees. If you don't have the mini band around the knees, that's okay. I'm actually going to turn this back down a tad. Knee band around the knees. If you don't have it, don't worry about it. It's just a way to make this particular exercise a little bit more challenging. Go around the knees, or even around the shins or the ankles. We're going to be doing side plank leg lifts. This one can be challenging anyways, but I want to make it as challenging as possible. So, I'm actually going to make sure my feet are going to slide if they're on the towel. Alright, so we're going to go hips up in the air. And we're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last one, 6. Alright, we're going to go next side. We're going to have 6 reps each side. This will probably be, for most of us, it'll probably be challenging without the band. Hips all the way forward. 5 and 6. So with this one, let's make sure that our elbow is directly under our shoulder, or maybe slightly below while we're in the position. And then I'm going to show it without the band. I think for me, I need a little bit smaller band. And hips up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's go all the way 8. And switching sides. Hips up. Good deal. I'm going to put the band back on. Again, with this one, we're feeling it in the core. We're also feeling it in the side of the thigh and the side of the glute as we raise our arm up. And hips up. This is definitely a challenge. And switching sides. And hips up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Make sure that the toes point forward. 5, 6. All right. So yeah, we want to make sure the toes are pointing forward as your leg goes up and down for maximum contraction of the glute muscle. AKA just makes it a little tougher. And last round here. Of this one, hips up. All right. And hips up. Two more, one more, and good. That's certainly a challenge. All right, get some water real quick. Next thing we're going to do is a split row. We're going to do that with the kettlebell. So split row, as we get into this, we're going to take a long stride. I'm going to put this down. We're going to go a long stride, and we're just going to pull to the bottom of the chest. Make sure your chest is directly over your knee. Here we go. I'm going to do my right side first. 8 reps. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, in full range of motion there. Go, make sure you're going all the way down. Make sure you're going all the way down, and then pull all the way to the chest. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, if you need to do a few more reps to make it harder, do it. Or if you want to hold that pause at the top to make it a little more challenging, do so. We gotta figure out, especially with an at-home workout like this, sometimes we gotta figure out those little nuances to make sure the workout's still gonna be effective. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And make sure you exchange with the arms down and close into your body. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Best way to actually to switch it is make sure you put it on the ground and pick back up. But even then, a lot of people do that incorrectly. Make sure when you put a weight down on the ground that your back is flat and you're using a hip hinge or a squat to pick up the weight, not necessarily using your low back to pick it up. It's never a good deal. All right, here we go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, switching sides. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And another way to make something more challenging, exactly what we're doing, straight sets. Right now, because we're doing one limb right after the other, it's technically a superset. We can call them super straight sets. You're still using the same exercise, but you do get a little bit of a break because you're doing both sets. As always, straight sets, back to back to back, same exercise, with not as much rest in between. Also make the exercise a lot more challenging. Here we go. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, last one, 8. Good deal. All right, last round here. We are on a commercial. I don't want a commercial. All right. Nice stride, chest over the knee. 1, 2, 3, 4. All the way down, all the way up. 6, 7, 8. All right, that is it. Get some water. Next is going to be what's called a seesaw plank. So the seesaw plank, we're going to want to use a towel or some sort of like shirt or slippery material on the linoleum. We're going to put our feet on and slide back and forth. I'll show as we go for this one. All right, so if you're ready to go, we're gonna get moving here. All right, so we're gonna go elbows on the ground, feet on the sliding material. We're just gonna go in and out, 2, 3, keep your posture. 4, keep your hips neutral. 6, we're gonna all the way to 8. 7 and 8. Good. So this one, we don't want to let our hips sag. That's gonna put some pressure on the spine. We also don't want to let our hips go up in the air too much because that's gonna take the work off the abs. Now, if you're getting tired, ideally stop for a sec, take a breather, hop back in. And here we go. Not too close to whatever it is behind me. 2, that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Certainly a challenge. Now, if you don't have a slider, I should have mentioned this earlier, you can hold the plank. You can also do a plank leg lift where you lift the other leg up and down. Either of those is fine. All right, back into the next one. Third round. 1, 2, 3. And keep those hips body straight. That is certainly a challenge. We got one more set left. I'm excited about it. Especially who would have thought one ab exercise would be so challenging. All right, back into it here. Here we go. In halfway. 8. Good deal. All right, that's it for those. If you need water, get it. Then we're moving into a reverse lunge. Now with the reverse lunge, we're either gonna hold 2 dumbbells if you have to. If you have one, you can grab one heavier one, hold one down by the side, or you can hold goblet style. Take your pick for these, depends on just what you have available to you. I'm gonna hold one suitcase style with a heavier weight. I'm gonna face the sideways so you guys can see the side. You guys ready? And here we go. 1, 2, stay tall, drive up, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. We're gonna switch sides. Stepping back. 1, 2, and stand up. Drive the chest up first. 3, 4, 5, and 6. Hold on a sec, shake it out a little bit, get that rest in there, and then we're gonna be right back to it. All right, you guys ready to rock? And here we go. Again, decrease reps is definitely a way to make an exercise harder. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and last one. 6. Switching sides. Oops, I should have put it on the ground first. It's all right. And switch. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last one. And 6. Should be a pretty good challenge with these. Again, we got 2 more rounds. We're halfway through these rounds. We can certainly, if you have a dumbbell, you can hold like this. All right, you guys ready? 3rd round. And reverse step. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and last one, and 6. Be careful on that hip. Hip doesn't like those if I go too deep. Anyway, next set. Ooh, stepping back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. All right. We're gonna go into one more round of those. I wanna make sure it's gonna still be challenging. I'm actually gonna do a little bit of advanced technique, see how it goes. I'm gonna flip the kettlebell up. So, if you have a kettlebell, you can hold it like this. Stepping back. 1, 2, 3, 4. Lost some bounce a little bit. 5. Last one. 6. Actually, muscle-wise, it actually felt a little easier than holding it down, ironically. I think that's because the weight's not off-center. All right, next side. Do it the exact same way. Notice I use my other arm to help me there. 1, 2. Keep that drop chest up. 3, 4, 5. And the last one. 6. Good deal. Again, if you needed to do a couple extra reps at the end, you certainly could have. I know I probably could have, but in lieu of having not a very good right hip, I want to make sure I'm going to keep volume appropriate as well. Get some water. All right. Next is going to be, actually we're going to stay in order here. We're going to do one arm dumbbell chest press. So we're going to need the dumbbell. If you have 2 and you want to do 2, that's okay. I only have 1 available to me, so we're just going to do 1 arm chest press. So we're going to go ahead and lay it on the ground. We're going to keep that weight in close. So this is a good technique to be able to turn and get the weight up for you. without hurting yourself. Especially, this is a 40-pound dumbbell. I don't want to try to pick it up off the ground with one arm. That would not be a smart idea. All right, first do it. Grab it with both hands and turn. And then feet on the ground. Use both arms to help it up. Here we go. This time we're gonna do 8 reps. Slowly lower it down. And then into the air. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This time, we're going to do all 4 rounds one side, then all 4 rounds the next side, just to keep it consistent and I don't have to keep going back and forth. And here we go. If you need to alternate or want to, you certainly can. 1, 2, keep the feet digging into the ground. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Certainly going to be a challenge, doing it all one side, then doing it all the other side. Again, for this one, we're going to keep our elbow about 45 degrees or closer into the body. If you have a shoulder problem, this might not be the exercise for you. You might want to do push-ups instead and go with the range of motion that you have. All right. That would be the body weight version of this anyways. All right. Lower all the way down. Press up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 2 more. And last one. 8. We have one more. I just wanted to set up for this next note. If you don't have a dumbbell, I forgot to mention that. If you don't have a dumbbell, push-ups are okay. So going back to the last exercise, if you don't have dumbbells or kettlebells to use for a reverse lunge, you can certainly do the reverse lunge without any weight and just hold at the bottom for a good second or two, let it burn, and then stand up. All right. There we go. Last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. That was 7 on that side. All right, now we're going to switch sides. Now we're going to do all the other side this time. So with this, we're going to go again, we're going to get real close. We're going to turn these both arms, and then feet on the ground. Here we go. Elbow again, about 45 degrees or closer to the body. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. I'm gonna try to move my pad down a little bit so my head's on it. All right. Next round here. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good deal. Got 2 more rounds. Again, elbow close, press it out. Should be feeling this in the chest, the tricep. Should be a challenge as well. And press it up, both arms. And here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2 more, 7, 8. Whew. Again, you'll be pushing your feet into the ground a little bit without driving your hips up in the air. You're gonna activate the glutes, activate the core, or the abs to stabilize you while you're doing this. All right, last round. Both hands. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Last one. All right. Get some water. Next is going to be one leg kettlebell deadlift or dumbbell. So if you have 2 dumbbells, you can use them. If you only have one, you're going to use it on the same side that goes back. Or if you don't have any weight at all, or if you have a band, you'll do a banded deadlift by stepping into the band, doubling the band over, step in, and hips back and stand up. If all you have is just your body weight, you're gonna get back on the ground and do glute bridges. So, if all you have is your body weight, single leg, drive to the sky, pause for a good 3 seconds, and then down. You'll do all your rounds and then you'll switch sides to the next side. Again, pause for a good 3-4 seconds and down. So those are your different variations for this particular one. I'm going to use the kettlebell. Kettlebell is usually pretty good, especially for keeping the center of gravity. So I'm going to go ahead and get us kicked off with the right side first. Then hips up and leg back. Hips through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 more. Should keep that good posture, flat back. 7 and 8. So again, that posture should be flat. You're not rounding your back when you go forward. Your back stays good. The back leg kicks back, and you should feel it in your glute and your hamstring. Go on the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 more. 7. Last one. And 8. And my music cut out on me again. We'll get that going. So, another side here. I like this song, but this song actually has swear words in it. I don't want swear words on the video. And here we go, other side. Good posture, leg up. And if you want to do stagger stance, you can do stagger stance as well if you're not quite feeling the balance thing, but you want to do one leg. 1, again, feel in the glute of the leg that's on the ground. 2, Should not feel this in your low back at all. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, next side. Again, I'm not talking a lot because this is a little bit of a challenge here, but back flat, I can't mention that one enough. We don't want to hurt our backs on this. Should be feeling this mostly in the glute and your back of your thigh. One cue to do that while you're in the exercise is don't worry about that cue. Worry about grabbing the ground with your foot. You're there to take your toes and grab the ground. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, last one, 8. And again, you can pause at the bottom with these two, just be real careful if you need to up the challenge, or if you have a bigger weight, grab a bigger weight, as long as the technique is good. If you're not sure, don't go for it. Don't go for the big weight, go for a pause instead. All right, next round. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, last one, 8. All right. Switching sides. Again, keep that back in good posture. I know I sound like a broken record on that, but I don't want anybody to hurt themselves. 1, 2, 3. Drive the hips forward first when you go to stand up. 5, 6, 7, last one, and 8. Good deal. We got one more round to go. Another way for having trouble keeping the balance is to focus on one point and keep your eyes focused there. Usually you want to go about 45 degrees or a little bit above away from your 90-degree plane. All right. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whoa. And you're right. Regroup. 6, 7, 8. You might notice I'm not quite getting down as far as my right side. That's the side that I have hip issues with. So perfectly acceptable to do that if you have any sort of hip issues. We certainly don't want you to be in pain after the exercise or after the workout is over. Here we go. Last side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. That is it. Now bring us back. Get some water. We got 2 exercises left. We're gonna do a band shoulder series and monster walks. Those are the last 2 exercises. So if you don't have a band, you can use a pair of small dumbbells, like 5-pounders or so, somewhere between 3 and 10 pounds. Just depends on what you have and what your strength level is. With the monster walks for the next one, you know, all those little small mini bands that I used earlier for the side plank and leg lift. If you don't have that, we can certainly just do shuffles or leg lift. I'll get to that when you get to it. I have a band, so I'm gonna step in the band. I'm gonna do lateral raise, front raise, and reverse raise. So front raise, 2, 3, I'm gonna do 10 of these. 5, 6, you can even 7, 8, 9, 10. You can keep the thumbs up for that. You can keep the thumbs up for the sideways, or if you want to keep thumbs facing forward or fist down, you can do that too. All right, next is going to be reverse fly. So bend over, 1, or if you want to do pull aparts is completely viable too. So if you have the band, pull aparts is going to be a perfectly good option. It's the same thing. 2, 3, 4, keeping those arms straight. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, we're gonna do 3 rounds of this. So we're gonna step back in. All right, front raise, 1. We're gonna keep the thumbs up, 2, 3, 4. Just the shoulder level, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And man, is that burning. Man, is that burning. If this ain't burning, you're not doing it right. Especially if you have a band where the intensity increases as you get up high. Wow. 6, or actually it's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You can always hold it for a count of 2, 8, 9, and 10. That's such a shoulder killer. And it should be a challenge. If you're using dumbbells, certainly you can do what you need to do to make the challenge increase. If you don't have any sort of dumbbells, you can do these movements without any weight and just hold it for a little bit longer. You could just hold it for the entire round too. And here we go. 1, actually I'm gonna double this over. 2, 3, again, arms stay straight, hold the bottom of the chest. 4, 5, 6, you're gonna feel this in the upper back and the back of the shoulders. 3, you see, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, we're gonna do 1 more round. We're only doing 3 rounds since we're doing 3 actual different exercises. And then we're gonna go that front raise first. Thumbs up. 1, 2, 3. If you notice, I'm coming, instead of going straight out front, I'm coming off the side just a little bit. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just a couple more. 9. And last one. 10. All right. And of course, sideways. You can go thumbs up or palms down. Either way. 2, 3. So burn the shoulders. 4, 5, 6. We're gonna finish it out. 7. I know I'm getting pretty challenged here. 8. 2 more. 9. And last one. 10. Good deal. All right. We're gonna go to the pull apart. If you don't have the pull apart, again, you're bent over and you're doing the dumbbells or just your hands, either way. And pull apart. Pull the band to the bottom of the chest. 1, 2, again, upper back, posterior part of the shoulders. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and last one, 10. Whew. Last thing we're gonna do here. All right, so you can put the band, if you have the band, put it around the top of the knees, or you can put it around the shins or the ankles for additional strength. If you don't, you can lay on your side. You'll lay on your side and do the leg up and down again. Or if you want to do some sort of heart racer, we'll go ahead and just do as many speed squats as you can during this time. Actually, let's do speed skaters rather. Speed skaters side to side if you don't have a band. We're going to do monster walks here. 5, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We're going to go one more down and back. Again, you are gliding side to side with your shoulders. You should not look like this. All right. Actually, I need to come back to the center. Good. So again, your shoulders shouldn't be doing this at all. All right. I'm actually going to bring that band down around the shins now. This should be substantially harder. Let's start in this corner here. 1, 2. Gonna go again, of course. And just go in the other direction. And one more time, down back. And back. Again, if you don't have a band, speed skaters is completely fine for this. It's just a bit more of a heart racer than a strength builder. And then we're gonna do one more, 2 times down and back. At least that's all I have as far as distance, as far as what the camera can see. Here we go. And going back. Should feel for that. Should have felt the hips burn pretty good on that. Now we're just gonna go ahead and cool it down. First exercise is gonna be standing straight up, one leg back. We're just gonna lean into it, arms up in the air, or you can rotate the shoulders, either way. I'm gonna go arms up in the air, just gonna breathe in the stomach and out. Don't breathe into the chest, breathe into the stomach. Breathing in and breathe it out. We're gonna have 2 more breaths. And out. Breathe it in and out. All right, we're gonna switch sides. You should feel a stretch in your hip and your calf. Lean it in, chest up, shoulders up, arms up. Breathe in and out. Breathe it in and out. Breathe it in and out. Breathe it in and out. All right, now we're gonna do laying on your back 4 slides. So this is gonna be laying on your back. Just gonna let the shoulders open up, elbows and forearms to the floor. Just gonna breathe in, push your low back to the ground so there's no space between it. Just come up a little bit and down a little bit. We're gonna do 10 of these. 3, 4. Should feel a pretty good stretch in the chest and the shoulders. If you don't, you probably have you're either doing it wrong or you have really good shoulder flexibility and chest flexibility. And then you're going to try to keep your hands to the floor as much as you can. All right. Now we're just going to do diaphragmatic breathing. Just going to breathe into the stomach, out through the, and then out. 4 seconds in, 4 seconds out. Try to breathe in through the nose if you can. And here we go. Breathe in. Out. In. And out. In. And out. In. And out. In. And out. Last one. In. And out. And that is it for today's workout. Thank you for tuning in. And of course, if you like the workout, if you followed along, you think someone would benefit from it, please share it with them. You can also follow my social media posts on Facebook, Instagram, and even LinkedIn. You can also find my website at brownfitnessandperformance.com. And of course, I just launched an online training platform. I'm looking to help ladies or guys who are looking to drop 1 pant size in the next 60 days. If that sounds like you and that's something you want help with, please drop me a message with the memo, tell me more, and I will fill you in with the details. Thanks for tuning in. This is Coach Adam with Brown Fitness and Performance. We will see you guys tomorrow, Tuesday morning, for our high intensity interval training at 7:30 a.m. sharp. We'll see you next time.